Hello! My name is Miss Daniela and I'll be teaching you the art of nature, where you will be learning about the environment through some really fun art projects. Now I want you to think, when was the last time you walked around your neighborhood? I know that with winter it has been too cold to go outside, but it's finally spring, it's warm out, and it's time to take a walk. So tell me a little bit about your neighborhood. How does it look? Are the houses different colors? Do you have a lot of trees? A park? Is your school nearby? Are there a lot of people or cars? You are going to think about these things because today we are going to learn about location, and you are going to use this knowledge and your imagination to create your own map of a neighborhood. So what is a map? A map is a drawing of all the parts of Earth's surface. Its basic purpose is to show where things are. Maps may show visible features such as rivers, parks, buildings, and roads. So first, I want you to see the map of Center City, Philadelphia. What does it look like? How are the buildings positioned? Do the streets create a sort of structure to the city? As you can see in this map, the city is laid out like a grid. A grid is a square that has horizontal lines running from left to right or west to east, and vertical lines running up and down or from north to south. A map also usually has a compass rose. So a compass rose is a drawing that shows the different directions of a map. It is usually found at the edge of the map, and it shows the 4 cardinal directions, which is north, south, east, and west. It kind of looks like a big star. So using this as a basis, now you're going to take out the handout, a walk around your neighborhood, map making activity, and you're going to read the instructions. In the first page, it says, draw and color a part of your neighborhood in each of the squares below. Use as many as you'd like. Use the big boxes for bigger areas, like parks and schools, and use the smaller boxes for smaller areas, like your house or a pond. When you're done, you're going to cut out the squares and then paste them on the second page, creating a map just like the city of Philadelphia's. Remember, you're going to include anything you like, and you're going to use your imagination for it. You can base it off reality, out of a TV show, out of anything you'd like. You can use any materials you'd like. In my case, I'm going to use markers. I need scissors and glue. So I'm going to start off by making little drawings in the squares of the things around my neighborhood. So here, I have made a lot of different things that are found in my neighborhood, like houses, apartment buildings, school, the firehouse, the park, trees, ponds, trash. And now I'm going to use my scissors. These are really big scissors, so you use the ones your parents allow you to use. If you need help, always remember to ask for help. Now, I'm going to cut these out. Now that I've cut them all out, I am going to take this paper and I am going to glue these to the paper. First, I'm going to put my house in the middle of the page. I'm going to put a little dot of glue and put it right in the middle, like this. Ta-da! And now I'm going to organize, before I glue, I'm going to organize the rest of the things around my page so that I know where to put them. Now remember, you want to leave space for roads, and you want to make sure that the things are oriented according to where your house is. So, in this case, my school would be to the right of my house, meaning to the east. And I have enough space in between to draw a road. Now that I've pasted all of my cutouts into my map, I need to draw in the streets. I'm going to make them horizontal and vertical, and it will leave some blocks. See, now these houses would be across the street from each other. So you want to take a black marker and make your streets. And then this becomes a block, and this is another block. Now I've added all of my lines, meaning that these are the streets. This creates blocks, and blocks are squares of a lot of houses or buildings together. In this case, there's a park in this block, and a street divides it from the rest of the houses. So now I've added my final touches, some trees. With this map, now you can locate yourself in your neighborhood. Now, if this is my house and I want to go to school, I would go to the right, cross the street, and then I'd be at school. If I was at school and I wanted to go to the park, I would go down one, all the way to the right, and then down the street. And I got to the park. Now with maps, you can learn about the location of your favorite sites. So I hope you've enjoyed yourself a lot in this little lesson, and that you can show your parents and your friends how to use maps and how great they are for navigating and finding your surroundings. Have a lot of fun!